These are my TOPAZ Cichlids, a beautiful and rare Central American gem. I absolutely love these fish, but something about this group is totally infuriating to me, and it's something that I didn't even think was possible. The odds of it happening are so slim, 0.2% probability, or less than a 1 in 500 chance. But it did happen, and it kills me, and I'm going to tell you about it. But in the process, I'm also going to show you how you can tell the difference between the males and females of this species, which will be very useful to you if you ever decide to keep this fish. But before we get into that, let me give you some background as to why I got these fish in the first place. I've wanted these TOPAZ cichlids for a while now, but they're pretty rare. They're hard to come by. So when I saw them for sale from a local fish shop, I couldn't help myself. I had to snatch them up. So I bought a group of 10 with the purpose of breeding them in the future. And when you buy fish to breed, it's a numbers game. You have to buy several because one, you need at least a male and a female. And the odds of that improve with the more fish you get. But two, with cichlids, they can be kind of picky about their partners. And then some cichlids, such as African cichlids, not applicable here, but it's worth noting, require 3 females to a male. So the ratios get even more important. So you have to buy multiple fish to improve your odds of coming out with a situation that works for you. So when I bought 10 of these fish, I was certain that I would have multiple of both genders. That way the fish could choose their own mates, pair off as they see fit, and I'd also have a backup in case, unfortunately, any of them were to be lost. But let me tell you, that is not what happened. I bought 10 of these fish and I wound up with 9 males and 1 female. The odds of that are less than 1 in 500. How that could happen, there's really no way to tell. It could have just been unlucky chance, or maybe a previous customer had requested to buy the other females. You never really know. Either way, I wound up with only 1 female. But had I known at the time of purchase how to differentiate a male and female in this species, this may not have been a problem to begin with, because you can actually identify the genders of this fish at a relatively young age. And it's actually very easy. So that's what I'm going to tell you guys today, so that if you ever want to buy this fish and you want a mix of males and females, you know what to look for. And you definitely should keep these fish at some point in your hobby. They are very rewarding, and I will do a proper species profile on them at some point in the future to elaborate a bit more on how you can take care of them. But let's get to the nuts and the bolts of how to tell a female from a male. If they're older, if they're mature, it's even easier because the females, while breeding, will develop a dark lower body, almost a black around their gill plates, and the splash of yellow over their body will become much more vibrant. And the females are also smaller than the males. So if you know you have adults, then the smaller ones are going to be the females. But there's an even easier, even more surefire method to sexing them. And you can use this from a very early age, as soon as they start developing the patterns across their body and fins. And that is the singular dark splotch across the dorsal fins. Both sexes have the splotch across their body in the middle, but only the female has the similar marking on their dorsal fins up top. And this is very easy to see. It's very prominent and it develops early in age. So there you go. A surefire, easy way to tell if you have males or females. And this will help you if you ever want to purchase the cichlid in groups. I really wish someone had told me this while I was buying them. And I wish it was more prominently written across the internet. There's actually not a ton of information on this fish out there because they're so uncommon. And there's even less information when it comes to sexing and breeding them, which is surprising because it's so easy to tell them apart. But hey, now you know how to sex these fish. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you consider keeping these fish in the future yourself. Stay tuned for more videos on rare cichlid species, DIY projects, and just general aquarium awesomeness. Take it easy, everyone. I'll see you next time.